Are the tanks irrelevant now in 2026? So today in this video, we're gonna talk about it. Hey guys, my name is Francis. So I served 4 years in Ukraine. And from the beginning, 2022, 2026, tank warfare has completely changed. And there is that video from the ex-tanker officer that released from the CAF and transferred to Ukraine. And at first she was fighting in a tank crew, but she decided to switch to FPV because the tank was working less and less.
You started off as a tanker, you go to FPV. Why?
Yeah, so the reason I made the decision to switch from tanker to FPV pilot was because the war started to change. My first 6 months on contract, I was a tanker. And then in the last month or two of being a tanker, the tanks were going out a lot less. There was a lot less opportunities to go out to the front in the tank. And I started to get bored. And obviously the reason for that was because the drone threat was increasing exponentially. The war was changing. It was turning into more of a drone war than anything else, which is where we're at now. And I decided, because I got tired of sitting off the front and waiting, so I wanted more time on the front. And our battalion was standing up a drone platoon, essentially. So I made the decision to go and be a part of that. The option was FPV or reconnaissance. And for me, FPV is more exciting because I get to do the killing. I get to do the destroying rather than just observing.
When I was in Kiev, we were holding the first line and we were in the first Ukrainian whole building. Then in front of us was the gray zone, then the Russians. I remember the tanks were rolling in adjacent streets from us and start working, just engaging targets and then pulling back, right? The tanks were working a lot then, but however, even then I remember the drone guys from our unit, they will fly drone, detect Russian tanks located in backyards or in the street somewhere, and then they will locate them, and then they will send a anti-tank team. They were using Panzerfaust at the time, and just to destroy the tanks, and they will show us picture of the tank and the tank destroyed. And you know, already at that time, drones started to be an issue for the tanks. Then we moved to Izium, and me and my buddy, we were a anti-tank team working as a javelin team. But I remember the drone guy were still then were detecting tanks, and they were trying to destroy them using payload. Already at the beginning of the war, things started to change. Like slowly it increased, and now with the drones, it's very dangerous for tank to go out. It's gonna get hit. It's 100% sure. Okay, we still see some videos from tanks going out like alone in the city, engaging targets. They are working especially in bad weather conditions, fog, rain. Okay, so they still work, but it's the job is less. There is less work as tank guy. So for us, I worked as a drone operator, and the guys from my team were saying to me that they used to see a lot more armored vehicle, tanks, armored vehicle, all that stuff. They used to see them a lot more. But now, during my time as a drone operator, I didn't see, on my drone feed, I didn't see tanks, either Russian or Ukrainian. In the tree line adjacent from us, there was a T-62 maybe that was there working. He was hidden in the tree line, and sometime he will come out, we will hear him shoot, and then he will go back. Tanks today, yes, they are still there. Yes, of course. But most of the time, they stay hidden. They shoot from far. And it definitely has changed for tanks. But that was like that in my AO. Maybe in a different AO, Pokrovsk or Sumy, it's different. So if anyone has any information or want to share some of their stories about tanks, feel free. But the most video we'll see on the internet, it's all from 22, 23, And then 24 we started, yeah, less a little bit. Then 25, 26, yeah, forget about it. Also, now I saw Canada is looking to buy tanks, and everyone is like, oh, we should buy this tank, we should buy this tank. This tank can go 70 kilometers per hour. This tank has a 120 millimeter cannon. It has this, it has that. I'm gonna tell you the most important now in 2026, the most important part of the tanks is, are you gonna put a solid armored cage around it to prevent it to being destroyed from drone? And what kind of anti-drone system? If you don't have anti-drone system, you don't have armored cage, all its specs, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many shell you can shoot per minute. It doesn't matter that you can drive 70 kilometers. You're gonna get hit the first day you go on your first mission, right? So the size of shelling and all, like how many machine guns and all this, smoke grenades, no. It's all irrelevant until you have those two here. Anti-drone system. Anti-drone system. If you don't have anti-drone system, well, you need a freaking good armored cage to take all those hits, because you are gonna get cooked. So in summary, guys, are tanks still irrelevant in 2026? No, of course. They still have their place on the battlefield, but it definitely changed due to drone warfare, and definitely there is less work. Most of the time, be hiding in the tree line and be engaging target from there, okay? But yeah, I mean, it still has its usefulness. Still use it, but it's going in decreasing, okay? And I see how those countries want to buy tanks and everything. I don't think it's the issue now. I don't think tanks are the priority to buy anymore. You can buy tanks if you want, but make sure they have a goddamn good anti-drone system on them. Okay, a lot of companies are developing good anti-drone system now. So make sure you get a good one on there, because you are gonna get targeted by drone. That's 100% sure. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy. That's all I have. Make sure you subscribe to the Dose of Freedom channel, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace.